Tonight what I want to do is talk about the future of work, but through an employee experience lens. That mastery where humans and future of work disruptors intersect. So tonight I'm going to take you through a couple of disruptors and a couple of helpful tips that you can try. For me, employee experience is a little bit like a kaleidoscope. The same situation that people see is experienced differently by people. Then you throw in the future of work disruptors and it makes life very complex. So let's look at some of the trends. My favourite is generations in the workplace. We've got 5 in the workplace. That's old news. But what's new news is we've actually got a different percentage split and power balance. And so when we look at the older generations, smaller percentage, bigger power base. If we look at the younger generations, much larger percentage and growing, but very few in positions of power. And so naturally there are polarities in the workforce views and emerging cultural divisions. Flexibility to work at the office or at home, isn't that a hot topic right now? And with the workplace having multiple generations, everyone's got a perspective on it. One thing's for certain is organisations will collaboratively renegotiate the deal with their employee, and for those that get on the front foot, they've got the opportunity to win in the market with their people and redesign the EVP. So my advice to you is, rather than looking backwards and reinventing the past, try look forward and design something new for the future. Tech. AI. I won't talk hugely about it other than it's going to really be a game changer in the workplace. So the workforce size and budget and skill set is going to vary. But have you thought about how you intersect tech and people? So tech's great as long as the workforce understand, well, what's their role? Do they have skills? What are you going to do with those that bring fear and anxiety? And because we're going to be somewhat redundant from our skills much more frequently, what are you going to do about upskilling? So studies show an extra 15% per week of time to reinvent yourself and upskill is what's required. Interesting in a workplace that tends to sort of burn people out and work fast and furious, that there isn't that buffer. And lastly, performance. What does good performance look like? Well, today it's different to what it was 5 years ago, and what we know is complexity and the ability to navigate that at speed, quicker and faster than anyone else, makes you talent. Here's the crux. If you want to be talent, you need to work in a human way. So don't replicate ways of working that techs and robots does. We need to work in a way that is actually designed for humans, and so that you don't suffer the burnout and can sustain that over a long period. So how do you navigate it? You could have a look at 2 segments of the workplace: work demands, work environment. What are the human needs in that, and how are you providing those experiences for your people? And then measure it, because that'll tell you what you need to invest in and what's already taken care of. Often a big disconnect. And then lastly is vertical development. We're across horizontal development, it's not going anywhere. But to invest in people where they're broadening perspectives and getting better at navigating complexity and strategy and collaboration, your answers will be in your organisation to navigate this. Thank you very much for your time tonight. Please connect with me.